15-year-old and a 13-year-old. And we're trying to teach him now things like well, it's not like if you don't do your homework, but just to apply that if you don't get up when your alarm goes off, of course I still make sure that everybody's up, but there's a certain amount of initiative that because I say things like, eventually you're going to have a job and this is training for life, and I'm and I'm helping you now, but when you're on your own, it's something you need to take initiative and get certain things done, right? And there's just this whole feeling of stagnation with Adam. It's like he's just not motivated. He's got his friends, he's got his parties to go to, he's got you to talk to at work, he's having fun. What could you say that would just make him just say, I have to start dating you now? Especially, okay, you shut off the sexting. I mean, can you see how you have to do something shocking like that? Because like kids sitting there with their video games, and you serve them dinner and you tell them they don't have to brush their teeth if they don't want to. Here's the soap. I'll bring you the soap and water. You don't have to get off the couch to go to the bathroom and wash your hands. Can you see how when you cater to people like that, it makes them even more complacent?
Right.
So it's not making. Okay, I'm going to look up. Go ahead.
And that's the thing is I don't want to. I mean, and I think I'm just getting.
I know you don't. I know you don't. I'm
in a lot of my life.
I'm praying that this conversation will illuminate you, so when you look at him, I'm not hoping that he's less attractive, but you can't not know what you don't know. And when he starts talking about not calling you on a Friday night and going out with his friends, which is to me the same thing as like having a video game, and you're just catering or always like doting on him, or whatever he does is fine. It's like spoiling a child a little bit. And I'm not saying he's going to change, but there's something that's got to. I'm going to look at, what was that? What word did I say? That he is begin with a C. Complacent. Let me look up complacent, because from working with me I get words, and let's go into this complacency place where Adam is, and a feeling of quiet security, self-satisfaction, unaware of any danger to satisfaction with an existing condition, safe, predictable, and comfortable. Okay? That's where he's at right now. If he's thinking about a relationship with you, now especially since he gave you a clue that he's sensitive, it's like he's equating a personal relationship with you, calling his girlfriend that. Can you see how unsafe and unpredictable and potentially dangerous that could be? He could get hurt.
Yeah.
So we got to work on this a little bit. It's just shedding some light on the situation further, though. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, because I think there's a bigger picture. I mean, with all of this, I mean, Adam is currently in my life, and I'm having problems with him that I've had with every single guy that I've been with. So it's like
big kids.
What? Yeah, I mean, it's just the stuff that you're saying. I'm like, wow, doesn't this sound exactly like my ex-husband? And
oh wow, okay, that too, yep.
Well, yeah, it's like sometimes I'm just getting sick of. I always feel like, and this is what I've been struggling with recently. It's like I am getting sick of feeling like I have to force these guys.
Absolutely,
to like me,
I'd be tired too. You're a tired 30. Let me tell you. Imagine how you're gonna feel at 40 if you're coaxing them off the couch. Come on, ask me out on a date already.
Exactly.
Yeah, between you and your issue. Go ahead.
I mean, I feel like I'm worth it for him to realize, well, I like her a lot, and I don't want to lose her, so I'm going to do what I need to do to get her. And so that's why, I don't know, that's why I keep stopping myself and not pursuing anything
That's
more.
why, okay, now something big is coming up, though. And I think Dean and I were talking about this the other day. I was trying to say, I'm going to be, I was saying, I don't know, you posted something on this circle, and I said to Dean, I said, what? Why wouldn't a guy, why would he just let things just go along and bumble along? Dean made a point, and I don't want this to upset you, but he's like, if he doesn't love her, now I think love is important here.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it takes to fall in love with somebody, but you've been dating him since summer. He may find you incredibly attractive and fun, but love is such an elusive thing. I could figure it out, and bottle it and give it to everybody, but it's just so elusive. I mean, it doesn't depend on looks, or it's just a feeling, I think. Now, we talked about infatuation with you feeling that way. So what do you think about Adam, and do you think you love him? Or what is love to you? Let's define love a little bit. Because I don't think you want to be in like forever.
No. Well, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't allow a lot of people to get close to me unless I know ahead of time that I like them a good amount, and especially with guys, I kind of have to know that it's gonna there is a potential for me to fall in love with them before I'll go any farther. So, I mean, I like him, and I don't know. I mean, I want to spend more time with him. I don't feel like I know him enough to love him.
And and he's keeping that distance up, so it gets. I mean, do you have personal conversations, like you share your wounds or experiences where you can bond and?
We did that in the beginning, and that's what most of our conversations are about. I mean, we have always had pretty deep conversations.
And then he doesn't call you for 5 days, or whatever.
Exactly.
So. Any comment, Dean?
Fear of intimacy.
Fear of intimacy. Well, I think what I've established is people can act like they can connect, but true connection happens in the mundane, so what do you guys do for fun? Tell me about that. I mean, do you like to go places or drives or sports, or what do you have in common?
What's that?
What do you have in common? What do you like to do?
Well, really recently, anytime we have hung out, he's just come over to my place, or we've gone out to dinner. We haven't really done anything like that.
It's funny. I watched The Bachelor on ABC, and they're always going on these amazing dates, and they bond over rock climbing, and they're like, do you watch that too? Zip lining and jumping out of airplanes, and like, I love you. Do you watch The Bachelor?
I haven't in a while. I used to in the beginning.
Yeah. It's like, those fantasy dates, and they just what I guess I'm getting at is they get to reveal sides of themselves that you're like, why are they putting them on this kooky date where they dress up and do a play, and it seems silly, but that intimacy thing, I guess again, we talked about it's not nice when you go out to dinner and it's candlelight and you're maybe like polite and daintily eating and don't want to chew with your mouth open and all those things, but there's just something really bonding, I think, about going out. And again, you don't want to be the one to suggest a fantastic date either. I know you. It's like, kids, time for dinner. Right? Why can't it be his idea?
Can I jump in here for a second? Because I'm just
Yep.
starting to feel these feelings that I keep getting, that it's like I would love to walk away. Like I recently have been feeling like I just want to move. Like I want to move and I just want to walk away. I want to walk away from my job. I want to walk away from him. I'm done with both of them.
Yeah.
Like I feel so stuck. Like I can't. Like why do I keep getting thrown in the same situation with him and with work, and it's like I'm fed up with both of them.
I think some of the things that's coming to me about is, again, finding, maybe moving more into your life purpose and path, because there's just this big feeling I've been getting for people on the planet and soulmates, and I do have mine and whatnot, but how did I find Dean? Through a workshop where I was doing work on myself with being single and lonely and deciding to do something about it. Okay, and not just join Match.com, but I mean work on my issues so that I wouldn't, I mean, I just had an interest like you in self-improvement. And I met Dean in those workshops. So something like that, Kelly, I want you to really be kind to yourself and know that you're learning so many great things that you could have you could teach workshops on this. I keep telling you, what you learn, you teach. And when you're in a really good relationship and you're in a job you like, you're going to realize that everything that you've gone through is something that someone else is going through, and you can help them from your experience. You understand that?
Yes.
You're not the only one bumping into these walls and wanting to scream.
I know.
So let's work for a little bit on your ideal day. Now, I'm starting a manifesting class in April. Kelly's on my current Extreme Intuitive Makeover 8-week teleclass. It's how to connect with your intuition more through all of the available ancient traditions in the universe. I'm teaching all kinds of things to get more connected to your inner self. This new class is going to be about specifically manifesting what it is that's in your highest good. And one of the exercises that I like to do with clients is describe your ideal day. So let's talk about this for a little bit, because I'm guessing your ideal day is not your job and bumping into Adam at the water cooler and going home at night wondering if the phone's going to ring. Right?
No.
Okay, right. Groundhog Day is over.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's start. You get up. What, you're not going to your job at the hospital? What are you doing? Let's just play with this. See, and I'll intuitively see what I get.
Well, recently, I know we've been working on, like, we've been talking about me doing herbs and being like a medicine woman type of person. So I've been about to apply to an Ayurveda training thing, like a class. So I've been thinking about that a lot recently, and so my ideal day would be getting up and doing something like that, and healing people in like a holistic way, and like coaching people about nutrition and exercise and those sorts of things.
Absolutely. Great. So there's just kind of a mini sample version of what we can do to begin the process of changing our lives. And the first step, we did pretty well. And imagine that day. I remember, I guess it was about 6 years ago when I first started my business. I just first started doing readings. I had a website and I did events locally and met people, but I didn't have a phone business. And I remember I listened to a Doreen Virtue Manifesting with the Angels CD. And basically, so imagine what it'd be like to, you know, what does your house look like in, or, you know, whatever. I don't even remember what the questions were. All I remember is at the end of that CD, I had this vision of this house. I could see what my healing room looked like. I could see that I was coaching people over the phone, and I didn't even realize that that's even what I wanted to do. And it just felt, in some way, it felt like, oh, please, as if, like, this is crazy. I mean, I was smoking like almost 2 packs a day, going through a divorce, feeling, you know, have 2 toddlers, stepping over toys, like this whole calm coaching thing was like, you got to be kidding me. What am I thinking? But it just felt right, you know. And I was like, yeah. And then that's just like, how be more specific. And so I had this whole thing worked up and I would start this intention. You know, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. I am coaching 2 clients a day, you know, 4 days a week, and I remember back in 2009 when Dean first moved in, I had a radio show, and I thought, now that I'm on the